Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Unfortunately, we went through a little bit of a PC crash, so we missed the very ending of game number 3. But fortunate enough for you guys, we have a very special guest coming in to kind of explain how the rest of the game transcribed. Dorka, how are you doing, good sir? And how did game 3 finish up?
I'm doing really, really great. We ended up finishing out the series 3-0. Last 20 seconds was pretty intense. I almost got a solo play, and then from there they got a clear, and then they overcommitted, and I just cleared it, and they went into their net. So
Dang.
yeah.
Dang, man. Yeah, that's the back and forth play though that you guys were showing through that whole series, man. My first question was how were you feeling like this series was going to play out after such a tight game 1?
After the first game, I was kind of surprised because last season they improved so much. Like, I mean, these players I play with them, occasionally here and there, and like, wow, like the improvement was very noticeable, and
For sure.
I really had to put in the batteries,
For
I tore
sure.
it like after that first game. I realized, what, I gotta start, s- trying a little bit and like calming more and stuff. If that makes
I
sense.
gotcha. No, I gotcha.
Yeah.
Had to turn up the heat a little bit.
hmm
Maniac, what do you got for Dorka?
Yeah, so Dorka, I wanted to ask you a couple questions. First, so comparing that to how you felt sort of at the beginning of game 3 when you guys were down 2, 3 goals to Tonka, how did that feel? And what was the mental shift for you guys to start taking that game 3 back?
Well, I think we were kind of like, oh, well, we messed up, a few goals here and there, and we were like, we only needed 2 goals. So the thing about twos is that like it's not like threes where like being down two is actually like that detrimental. So being able to score 2 goals in a minute is very, very possible, especially in a game mode like twos. So I think that we just, I told him, let's do like a certain kickoff. We got it off, and then from there, I think we got like 2 straight goals back to back. Then we were back in the game.
Yep. Yeah. All right. And
For
then
sure.
my next question is sort of building off of that. So, how do you feel about the switch from threes to twos? I know you mentioned that it's a lot easier to come back like that, but I mean, I'm sure there are many other differences.
So like threes is a lot more like team orientated and rotate and like rotation. So and then like twos is more about like just individual gameplay more. So, like for example, like obviously you will see like who's the better player per se because it shows off more individual talent, and there's just a lot more space on the field because you'll have more boost, and then on top of that you won't have as many people on you constantly. So you have more time to set up plays or go for solo plays or even passes.
What do your communications look like in twos compared to threes?
It's a lot less than threes because you don't have to calm where you are half the time because usually with like a third, it's kind of hard to know where they are in the field. So I'd say we mostly calm whenever like if someone's on you per se, or like probably just to go back or if you're last. But
Mhm.
like besides that, you don't exactly need to call like positioning and stuff.
Yeah, makes
For
sense.
sure. For sure. Dorka, I have one final question for you, my man. You guys are looking like a very strong team, and looking to be a serious contender moving forward. Who do you think gives you the biggest run for your money at taking a title this
Um,
season?
Litumos did graduate last year, so he was my main rival in my opinion. But for sure this season, I think I'm gonna have to give it to the Rogers boys probably. Or there's another player from another school, I believe it's South. He is a high-ranked Rocket League player, so he's someone to look at. His name's
All right.
Angel. So that's
Oh,
another
there
Alrighty.
we
one.
go.
Well, Dorka, I want to give you this last bit of time here, a little bit of shout out, a little bit of whatever you got to say. Now's your time, man. Let's hear it. You played great tonight or today.
Yeah, no, thank
So,
you. I'd like to shout out my teammate, Kobe Kins. I'd like to shout out my friend Andy, and then I guess the boys and my mom as well. Yeah,
there you go.
yeah,
Well, we appreciate it, Dorka. You played great today. You and your teammate Keynes, you guys are looking good and fearsome as always. Burnsville up to 2-0. We wish you the best of luck in the remainder of your season.
yeah. No, thank you, thank you.
For sure. Maniac, I mean, what did you like today, man? 2 3-0s again, but two squads that are, on the come up. The Shakopee team looked great in the first game of the day, and then Burnsville, as always, I mean, looking just fearsome.
Yeah, I mean, I really, really liked how Tonka was playing. I mean, Burnsville 3-0'd, but like as Dorcas said, Tonka came out, Tonka improved a lot, and Tonka gave them gave them some trouble.
For
I'm
sure.
looking forward to seeing Tonka play continuing into the rest of the season. And I'm looking forward to seeing what other teams are going to give Burnsville that run for their money.
For sure, man, and that's the best part about Rocket League, right? Is it's about the work that these players are putting in. It's about the growth of players like Unstoppable and Odis because they just looked great today in their play. So they should keep their heads held high. They just hung with one of the baddest teams in the league, and I mean, it's only up from here. So we'll have to keep our eyes posted and peeled for this Minnetonka Blue team, folks. We want to thank all of you for coming out here today. We want to thank our primary sponsor again, VERSION1, guys. Without V1, I mean, the entry fees would not be covered. Our players would not be playing for free. I mean, listen, we're so lucky and thankful that V1 is sponsoring us, guys. They are at the top of the heat when it comes to Rocket League. They just took the Fall Cup, bro. They're looking intense. And I mean, champions is a long ways away, but listen, come on. That's the ultimate goal, right? Is if
Yeah.
they could bring something home like that. And, they're showing the workings for it. Okay. The new skin lines on Rocket League, me and you are both some greasy V1 rockers. Okay. We've been running it for, I don't know how many seasons now. The goal explosion too. Okay. You got to get both. Otherwise, the full V1 power up doesn't happen. All right.
Yeah.
So, but other than that, man, I had a blast of a stream. Maniac, it's always awesome casting with you. We got some primary and primetime MNVL Rocket League, man. That's the best it gets.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to watching the rest of the season, whether that be in the caster booth or in the production booth. And yeah, man, I'm just happy to come out here, cast anytime. I love watching me some MNVL Rocket League and just getting to talk about video games. So thank you so much for having me. And yeah.
For sure, dude. For sure. We appreciate everybody in Twitch chat coming out, guys. As always, stay safe. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday, dude. Get outside. There's not going to be many days where it is this nice, guys. Enjoy yourselves. We'll catch you guys back on Tuesday for League of Legends. Stay safe.